Guess who's back? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I hope you all been doing good and hope everyone's been keeping up with themselves. Happy late New Year. Lots and lots of change, lots and lots of promises made, promises unkept, but ain't my business. The only business I have is that I've kept up with myself. I'm not in Flagstaff no more. I finally moved out. I finally got away from the bubble, and I'm going to stay out of the bubble for as long as I can. And by that I mean sometimes I don't want to lie. There's been moments I want to go back, but I also tell myself, why? Just give it a shot where you're at. So let's catch up a little bit. I know it's been about two and a half months. In the meantime, I've just lived life. I'm no longer with Mountain Medicine. I'm in Phoenix now. I know a lot of folks that I did tell. Well, not a lot of people. I hardly told anybody. Not gonna lie, I barely told a few people, and I got out. The ones that really needed to know, of course, was my family. You know, my mom, my brother in Flagstaff, and a few other folks. And that's it. I made arrangements to come down here with some other friend family, and here I am. They're graciously letting me stay with them, and I'm so grateful for that. I've got a new job already. I'm gonna be working with Stretch Lab in Lake Pleasant. In the meantime, I've also done several voiceover jobs. Yes, Big Daddy's doing voiceover. I'm doing an audio book right now. I did a very cool project. Can't drop any information about that yet. And sorry if I'm stuttering. I'm just excited. I haven't done this in a while. It's getting the mouth muscles working again, and it's all good. I got to get them working again because there's a lot of change that's coming up. There's some good shit on the horizon. As far as this podcast is concerned, I'm going to go through a name change, a whole format change. There's going to be some good shit. There's a possible reworking of another podcast. Oh yeah, stay tuned for that one. We're working out the logistics on that one. There's certain things that we both want that we don't want, and it doesn't have to be perfect. But it can't be like last time. I refuse for it to be like last time. There was a lot of, I guess you could say, unnecessary mouths and ears and fingers in the mix who had nothing to do with what was going on. But yet they steadily had something to say. But hey, everything happens, folks. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes you have to go through the muck to come out on the other end. And sometimes, the muck is good. The muck is never bad. Shadow work is never bad. People only want to be in the light all the damn time. And it's like, no, folks, look at your shit. Understand what's going on. And that's what I was doing for a while. I had to go back into the shadow work deep and finally realize that if I don't do this now, I'm never going to do it. Okay. A lot of the stuff that was going on during that time, the last 2 months, was just a lot of old fears popping up back in my head, popping up that I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. Old stories replaying themselves over and over again about me and my mom's relationship and about how it should be and what it is and what it isn't. I've had to put a lot of that to rest. We've talked, going to go visit my son, me and her had a very, very deep conversation the day I was leaving. The morning I was leaving, we had a pretty good conversation, and it's never going to be perfect. I stopped looking for perfection and just started looking for progress again, and I'm happy where I'm at. Right now, my soul is very, very joyful. Excuse me. Not happy, because happiness is fleeting. You always have to find your happiness, but my soul is fucking joyful. I've also learned to recognize that people are going to be who they are, especially with this this whole paradigm that's going on right now in the age of Taco Boy. I've seen family and friends fight and cuss and carry on with each other. Everyone wants to be right. No one wants to be wrong. Even though right now we know who's wrong. And that fence is being jumped, but yet there's so many people who won't acknowledge said fence is being jumped because it messes with the matrix of their world. It messes with everything, what they stand for, what they know for, what they think is right or wrong, despite the fact that their matrix is fucking crumbling. There is a paradigm shift that's about to happen. You can fight it all you want to. You can say, nah, you're talking all that shit again, Phil. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, because the truth is the truth. We're all going through shifts right now. We're all leaving things behind. We're all stepping into something new. Some of us are fully embraced. We're here for it. But many more are like, no, this is scary. I can't do this. And I've actually had friends and family call me, hey, how did you do it? Easy. You jump in with both fucking feet. Okay? You jump in with both damn feet. Look at it, jump in, give it a shot. That's all you have to do. And if you can't do that, then you deserve to be stuck where you're at. Because life is about progression. Life changes. Life grows. We're not going to be around the same people forever. And I've learned this the hard way. I've learned that I've had some friends that I've known since childhood and past a certain age. You know what? Are we friends anymore? No, we're bucked down to acquaintances or even just that. Flagstaff is a strange mix now of, yeah, I know you, but that's it. You stay over there, I'll stay over here. And people forget that, we all have a past. And no one's saying you relive the past, because that's dumb, even though some people are stuck in the past. But it doesn't mean you just get up and just walk away without at least saying, hey, you know what? We're not good for each other anymore, man. No, sometimes it's just that damn easy. Instead of the ghosting and all the other childish behaviors, even though people say, no, you're doing it for survival, you're doing it for your well-being. But in the end, is it your well-being? Especially when you're stuck with questions about who, what, when, where, why, how. I get it. Sometimes we have to move on without that final farewell. I've had to do a final farewell to somebody who I thought we would stay friends, but apparently the further away and non-communication me and this person have, the better it is for both of us. Do I miss? No, I'm not peeing. If you hear this sound right now, I'm filling a pot of water so I can boil some damn tea. I may or may not, well, you know me by now, I may or may not edit this out. I just go straight raw form, and, people tend to like it. And I'm sorry, I missed y'all. I have missed the hell out of you. No lie, folks. I've done podcasts. I have them recorded. I have them laid out. I just didn't feel like editing them or putting them out there. I ended up realizing that those were for me. Those were words I needed to hear at that time. It wasn't made for public consumption. Do I still have them? Yeah. Will I ever release them? No. Like I said, those are for me. I kind of went old school Phil, pointing the finger and name calling and shit like that. And I was like, nah, you know what? You said what you said. How does it make you feel? And when I answered myself, it made me feel good, because I actually finally acknowledged certain things about family and friends that have just been bugging, irking the living shit out of me. And I'm sure some of them are they feel the same damn way. No, I'm not the easiest person to get along with. And I finally realized why. Sangre espesa, thick blood. My grandma told me that shit a long time ago. She told me a long time ago, you're going to have a hard life. Oh, why, Grandma? Because you're not going to get along with everybody. Because of your energy and who you are, you're not going to get along with everybody. And she told me, mijo, that's okay. Now, everyone in this life deserves you, and you don't belong in other people's lives either. You don't deserve that, because while a lot of folks are not built for you, you're not built for a lot of people either. It goes both ways. It's called balance. And I've learned that my balance is being true to who I am. In the 2 months I haven't recorded or posted a live podcast or whatever you want to call it, I've done some deep search within myself. I celebrated the year, December 6th, this past December 6th, I celebrated the year that I went to my medicine ceremony and uncovered a lot of things within myself. And I celebrated by doing another deep dive. I did almost a 2-day detox. I just drank water, ate the bare minimum of food, and I contemplated, I journaled. I looked at all the stuff that I didn't toss, but all the stuff that I worked on, all the stuff that I've been uncovering during that whole year process. And I'm still uncovering shit. I'm still deep diving in, having fun, exploring, who this new person is. And the thing is, though, he's never been new. This Philip has never been new. He's always been here. People always try to search for that one true self. But we don't have a one true self. We have a one true selves. We're made up of many different personalities, of many different likes and dislikes, stuff that sings to us and stuff that doesn't sing to us. I've learned that I've tried to hide from who I am for so long, which is a very creative person. I love drawing. I love music. I love singing. I love playing instruments. And to me, an instrument is anything that I can kind of drum underneath my hands. I love drumming on table counters, on myself, on walls and stuff like that. I love writing stories. And to me, in this new day and age of AI, where people fucking absolutely hate it because I just really feel they just don't understand it. It's a tool. It's a tool for us to use. Hell yeah, I use an AI agent to make pictures, and I hear people say, well, it doesn't truly draw an original picture. It scours the internet, and okay. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 fucking blah. Don't use it. Don't discourage me from using it. I've heard people say, people who use AI for tools like that, they're scum. Oh, well, cool. I guess I'm scum. And this is from people who would be on my damn table saying that shit, and I'd be like, oh, cool. Well, since I'm scum, guess what? This will be the last time you're on my damn table, because I don't want to hear all this shit. Okay? I don't want to hear your biases. I don't want just enjoy your damn massage, which I no longer massage. I do stretch now. Why? Because my hands just fucking hurt now. They're not hurting to the point where I can't pick things up and stuff like that, because I still have full function, but no. The last massage I did, folks, was January something. Sorry. Those are my my friend's dogs. Hi. Say hi, Penny. Say hi, Penny. There's someone walking by with their pet. And you really scared the hell out of me right now. I'm not going to lie. I just walked by and she just started barking. I thought she was barking at me. Shit. I apologize for that, folks. I apologize for that. Hot damn, she did. She scared me pretty good there. Lots of change. Lots of good stuff that's happened. Lots of revelations. Lots of, there were some tears. Some good old-fashioned free-flowing tears. And most of all, I just learned that I just have to breathe, deal with it in a way, meaning deal with it in a way that's healthy, and then I look at it. Hey, tell myself, thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing up that old fear, that old pain. But guess what? We're not there no more. This is who we are. I acknowledge you. I'm not ignoring you. I acknowledge you. And I see you. Thank you. But you told me to take the rudders. You told me to steer this ship. And guess what? I'm steering. So have no fear. Big Daddy's here. Goddamn. One of the main things I'm going to say is I never thought that the transition would be this easy. The transition from going from somewhere where I felt literally stuck and devoid of any further possibilities to coming down here, mind fucking blowing. First day here, I got a job. Well, not the first day here. I would say the next day, February 2nd, when I went to my interview, I got the job. No, we clicked. Everything was smooth. And I have to say that this is, being a Flagstaff, all my bosses have been white. The point is, I've never had a black boss before. This is my first black boss. Of course, he's younger than me. All my bosses have been younger than me. Damn. Well, except for one. One of my old bosses, Burger King, his old ass. His old ass, of course, he was older than me. But he was cool as fuck. Several of my bosses are cool as fuck. But after that, it seemed like all my bosses have been younger than me, and it doesn't bug me. It's just like there's a pattern, and this pattern was broke by this young man, young black man, single father, I think, like me, from what I've gathered so far. This is his first business. He's owned this place for 3.5 years now. And just the vibe I got off of it. I could have went to another stretch lab, and I did try to call several other stretch labs to try to get appointments, but none of them ever called back. He called back pretty quick, said, "Hey, this is me, and I'd like you to come in for an interview and let's talk." He's like, "Where do you live?" I said, "I live here." He said, "Man, that's a commute." And I said, "Man, when I lived in Prescott Valley, excuse me. Well, I did live in Prescott Valley, but before I used to work let me get my goddamn story straight. I lived in Camp Verde, and I commuted to Prescott Valley, which was 35 miles down the road. So he goes, "Oh, so you've done this before?" I said, "Yeah, I've done this before." And I said, "I hear stories of people who live like in Chandler, and they'll go to Mesa or somewhere that's even further away." Or one of my other friends, she lives in Scottsdale. Is it Scottsdale or Chandler? I think it's Chandler, and she drives to North Phoenix every day. She says she loves her job. It's a commute, but she wouldn't want to work anywhere else. So the point I'm making is, it doesn't matter. Here in Phoenix, you go so damn fast. And these goddamn people around here, they drive fast. When I was in California visiting my son, holy shit. People in California drive slow compared to people here in Phoenix. These son of bitches in Phoenix, and then they wonder why there's so many car accidents. Because they'll get right on your ass. Right on your ass. And then the fool in front of me starts slowing down, so I start slowing down. And then the person in front of me is like raging, like, "What the fuck you slowing down for?" Look, about to cause an accident. And if you hit me, I hope you got good insurance, because I know I do. I got some preem insurance. Oh yes. So you go ahead and hit me if you want to, because I'm gonna own your car, your motherfucking house, your bank account. Oh yeah, I'm getting it all. Shit. I hope I don't get an accident out here, because I've seen some gnarly ones. I've seen some gnarly ones already, but that's besides all the point. Point is, I'm here now after all these years. It's taken a while. I may not stay here forever, but I had to come try this whole experience for me and me only. Plus, my son gets out in a year. He's getting out in a year. I want to have some place where I know where he'll be comfortable, where he'll be safe. Same with me. And we may not stay here in Phoenix. He's going to have a clean a clean slate. For all I know, he might turn around and say, Dad, you know what? Let's chill somewhere for a while, and can we go somewhere else? No, or can I just go by myself, son? You know what? It's your life. I already told him. We've already had this conversation. I said, no, son, it's your life. You're gonna do whatever you're gonna do. Okay? I don't want to stop you from living your life, but now that you've been in where you've been in, I hope you play it smarter. I hope you realize that sometimes having a game plan does help. Having a game plan sometimes, even if it's just like the smallest damn hint of it, will get you far. You know, have a goal, and you know, our goals change. Our goals definitely change, because as we go through life, we change. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. Sorry, I am piddling around the house. I'm doing different things while I'm talking to y'all, because it's been a while. But most of all, folks, I really, really, really hope you're doing good. If you're on one side of the political spectrum or another, that's fine. Just don't use it to be an asshole. Don't say I'm this and treat people a certain way. Because a lot of folks out there, they're not taking that shit anymore. They really aren't. Folks already have enough to stress about. Folks already have enough to try to work around without us adding on to their bullshit or to our bullshit. Is it really worth it? No. But in this day and age of what's going on, of friends not being friends, and people thinking, oh yeah, we support this group because, you know, we want to make sure that nothing happens to us because we voted for this person and it's only going to happen to you. But now they realize, yeah, I am laughing about it. Now they realize that the goddamn fence no longer applies. That fence that everyone used to say, okay, well, it's going to happen to them, so I'm going to vote for this person. One of the things that one of my white friends asked me, and I say that because he is white, and he asked me because, well, he's Republican, but he's not a Trumper. But he also realized that a lot of the shit that's going on, he also sees that a lot of black folks, a lot of Mexicans, they're like, you know what? All this shit with ICE shooting you guys now, we've been telling y'all for years, blah, blah, blah. He asked me, he goes, will you still be an ally? Or were you going to be like other people of color, black folks, and say that, no, this isn't our fight? I said, let's put it this way. It's not our fight. We've been telling y'all for years. You've seen it firsthand with me back in Flagstaff. You've seen what the damn police have done to me. And what did you do? Nothing. You did absolutely nothing. Is it my fight? No, it's not my fight. However, us being the people we are, we understand what you're going through. We understand the fear that y'all have. We understand that it's fucked up, because everything we've been telling y'all for the last 400 plus years, it's going to happen to you, and you didn't believe us, and now that it's happening, now you want us as allies, which I think is bullshit. We're still going to help you, because that's just the people we are. We're not built for hate. We're not built for discomfort or anything like that. Blacks, Mexicans, people of color, we're fighters. We see what's going on, and we may not want to help, but we're going to. In my case, I have a broad spectrum of rainbows in my friendship. I literally got black, white, yellow. If you're green, you better take your ass to the hospital. If you're purple, you really better take your jaundice ass to the hospital. No, it's not jaundice. That's on-stage set of frostbite and, you know, gangrene and shit like that. But my point is, my friendship consists of a rainbow, and I love them. and I don't give a damn what color they are. If I see ICE trying to attack one of them, God damn it, guess what? We're going down together. We are going down together. Oh, by the way, special shout out to Flag PD for saying 10 toes down, for saying that if ICE comes, that's fine, we can't interfere with them. However, if they're being unruly to our citizens, that's when the trouble's going to start. So shout out to Flag PD for saying, yes, you can come, but don't fuck with our people, because it's not going to happen. So thank you very much for that. So folks, I got to get back to studying. I'm almost done with my module. I just had to take a quick break, and I was sitting here just looking out the window, feeling the vibe, feeling the environment, dealing with these crazy ass dogs who I love so very much. I'm not gonna lie, these two little chihuahuas, they little badass rascals sometimes. They're full of energy and have me on my toes. But thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for the few of you who are sending me texts or not texts, DMs, and say, hey, you okay? You just disappeared. And I type y'all back, yes, I'm cool. I just had to take a little break. But now I'm going to get back in it. And trust me when I say all this is going to be well worth the wait. Ooh, I got some heat coming for your ass. I know you're probably thinking, you always say that. You always say you got some heat. Shut up. I got some heat for you. Big Daddy is not going to disappoint. Because as a matter of fact, Big Daddy Forever ain't going to be forever anymore. We'll talk about that next time. Until then, my beautiful people, I love you all. And as always, mwah! Peace.